mask here right at the start.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Newton on first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And a pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Come on. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. Ebron's got it. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Trent Murphy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check 20.
Off play action. Newton rolling to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Here we go.
A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On second and goal, Newton. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Mack. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 50 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Gun. Switch.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Being chased out left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Now it's Hines. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Justin Houston able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
20. He's coming. Double up, double up.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, it's Locke. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Luck. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Hines. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 7.
Lock. He finds Taylor, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Adam Vinatieri on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, and an alley to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now it's Newton. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. So they come out of the locker room. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Lorenzo Alexander leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A 47-yard
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Throwing is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to Croft. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't. Hang on third down. The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Locke. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 51 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Here's Newton, and Diggs has it.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Gore. Gore hit. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Luck now to throw. And he connects with Ebron. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. On first down, Locke. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Luck throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Now the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, it's Locke. It's caught by Funchess. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Now Locke. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. To throw is Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trent Murphy in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon.
And he's going to go down again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long.